everyone, I'm Jacob. I play Tithla. She's a ranger. Tithla's in Barovia because she's tagged along with some friends and somebody needs to look after them.
Hello, I'm Josh, and I shall be playing Killian Maxwell, a elf celestial warlock who has been travelling around Barovia for a little while and has joined up with the Tempest Guild to try and find his place.
G'day, my name's Tom. I'm playing Jonor, the Aasimar divination wizard. He is here to find the best and the worst of this world, and he's doing it with a bit of naivety and optimism.
Hello, I am Raph, and I'm playing Styx, who is a Gloomforged Paladin, on the journey of rediscovering themselves, quite literally, in the land of Barovia.
Hi, I'm Ash. I play Axel, the gnome fighter, and I'm a master of the shield and a master with Trident.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Blood Gorson, Path of the World Tree Barbarian.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Curse of Strahd 5th edition campaign. A warning, gentle viewer. Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, which means you may hear adult language or adult themes throughout this episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hello there, and welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see all of your gorgeous faces once again. We are here. We are playing the premier horror D&D campaign, Curse of Strahd. Boy, do we have a bit of a cliffhanger that we ended on last session. Raph was not here. He has had it spoiled to him. I was hoping for a live reaction to this, but that's okay. We're going to get him to pretend and have a live reaction in a moment when we
sure
reveal.
He already watched the recording on YouTube, so
there's no fucking way.
I really hate this stream so much.
So you should watch it to give it the thumbs down, right? Isn't that how it goes? Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch it, but I do jump on and click thumbs down each time.
That's not this is really weak source hate. If you hate something, what you need to do is sit through the entire 2 hours of it, just sitting there fuming, just raging quietly to yourself. That's really how the internet demands you show your hate nowadays. So if you could please try that next time.
What people have been doing with Andor, is that why it's being so popular?
Okay, you know what? Everyone, listeners, chat, everyone, these haters haven't seen Andor and they're talking shit about it. I don't need to tell you what to do, but come after them in the comments. Let them know how good it is. They have just spent the last 25 minutes talking shit about how there's no good Star Wars, including Andor.
Pretty sure what we said was, yeah, we'll definitely have to check it out. We just haven't got to it yet. And then we started to shit on the Star Wars Christmas special by ironically saying it was the best Star Wars that's ever been. I don't know. That's what I was hearing.
Pretty sure you said Andor sucks.
Me? So. I was working on an overlay. I wasn't saying shit. I was trying to do all the artwork again in the background.
Anyway, let them know how good Andor is.
I'm really excited to watch Andor. As I said, I've seen the scene with Andy Serkis telling him to climb out. I thought that was fucking awesome.
I've not seen season 1.
I'm not seeing season 1 of Andor. I'm happy to admit that. I haven't got around to it. I will absolutely watch it.
I haven't either, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave. I can't work under these conditions.
Yes, you can. It's very minor shit. We're talking about a TV series that we will watch. It's okay, mate. We will get to it. It's all right. The heat death of the universe is a long way away. We're okay. We're going to get there.
If you haven't made progress by next stream on watching Andor, then I will not be there.
Okay. What's progress? Can I watch a few clips on YouTube?
I'm gonna fucking kill you so hard. I'm gonna find your house.
Some YouTube shorts
spoiled on YouTube.
I'll just read the wiki, then I'll be like, "Yeah, this is what happens."
If Owen's house mysteriously burns down in the next week,
you don't know where I live. You don't know my address.
I know people.
Yeah, but all I have to do is tell Alice, don't tell Cass, and you're gone. You've got nothing anymore. You're completely done.
People,
you have a person. It's not the same thing.
I know others.
I don't think you do.
Is this a challenge?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, probably. So yes, I will watch Andor by next week. Not all of it. I'll have watched a few episodes. I'll watch an episode tonight after the stream. How about that? Can't say fairer than that.
Yeah.
Can't say fairer than that. So let us do our recap. Let's jump into the session. Matt's away tonight. I will play the character of Blood, or better yet, I'll just have him banished in the first whatever happens in the next little bit, and we'll not have to worry about him for the remainder of this session. I'll keep you posted. Let's do our recap. Let's jump into the session so that we can all get up and running. Our series has been following the adventures of the Tempest Adventuring Guild. Theo, Jonor, Tithla, Styx, Killian, and new allies Blood and Axel. Having become trapped within the realm of Barovia while searching for some missing adventurers, the team have travelled to the far north, climbing the foothills of Mount Baratok in the hopes of finding and potentially allying with the Mad Mage residing there. As part of a deal made with Strahd, the team originally traversed the dangerous waters of Lake Zarovich, tangling with an enormous anglerfish along the way, to kill the new leader of the werewolves of the Svarlich Woods. They'd also investigated a number of incidents of missing children back in the town of Valaki, and the evidence had led them to suspect the werewolves were involved. However, following a conversation with Sergei, the team were concerned for the safety of the kidnapped kids. After meeting up with Zuleika, the mate of the previous pack leader who had been slain and replaced by Kirill, the team agreed to an uneasy agreement with her. In exchange for taking out Kirill and installing her as the new leader of the werewolves, she would return the children and pose no further danger to them. Arriving at the den, the team attempted to stay hidden and sneak through. However, the plan fell apart pretty quickly, the team taking up arms against the sentries and a large pack of wolves seemingly serving the werewolves. Unfortunately, the team realised too late the origin of these wolves. The children who had been taken were already turned, stuck in a full wolven form and lost to their bestial instincts. The situation soon turned from bad to worse, Kirill returning to the den and revealing Sergei had warned him of the party's approach. Just as the remaining wolves were descending upon the party to tear them apart, Jonor used his magic to charm Kirill and convince him to speak with the party alone. With Tithla almost immediately taking out Kirill, the party was surprised when the body rose again, Sergei possessing the corpse and offering the party one final chance to walk away from the conflict between him and Strahd. The group could not be less interested, however, burning the reanimated corpse right as Zuleika returned to the cavern. While the rest of the team spoke with Zuleika, learning that she planned to take the pack north to the foothills of Mount Baratok and make a new den in the shadow of the Mad Mage's cavern, Tithla stumbled across a small wolf hiding in the back of the caverns. Realising it was one of the children, Tithla quickly worked to care for its paw, learning its name, Iris, in the meantime. It was at this moment Theo returned from the village of Barovia, burdened with a warning. A small army of vampire spawn had been gathering behind the walls of Castle Ravenloft, and while the village was safe for the moment, he was concerned for what this arming of the Baron's men might mean. Debating how best to proceed, Theo also revealed he could bring the recently slain back from the dead, the team now discussing who they should try and bring back first, or whether to seek help from the abbot of Kresk Abbey with this instead. Deciding to travel with the werewolves to Mount Baratok and attempt to recruit the Mad Mage, the team worked through the night while Styx transported the bodies of the other children to the Abbey. We left off last session as the team climbed the old goat track winding around the side of the mountain, rising above the lower layer of mist and stepping out onto a small rocky platform. Deciding to announce themselves, Theo pulled out his war horn and played a little ditty, the music echoing out across the valley below. I was going to ask Haz to quickly replay his song, but I see he has actually had to run off really quickly, so we'll get his song later so that Raph gets the full experience.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
how the hell do you play a song on a war horn?
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Suddenly, the dark clouds above the mountain began to coalesce, drawing closer and closer, lightning flashing above. Dropping from above, a figure framed by the lightning flashing around him called out to the team. A figure Jonor recognized. Viktor Vlakovic, but older and clearly horrifically injured. Mentally, in this case. We're going to jump back in, not with the team and Viktor Vlakovic, but instead quickly with Styx. Styx, I'm going to retcon slightly. Rather than traveling to the Abbey with the rest of the children, because I wasn't sure exactly what your movement would be over the next couple of weeks, so I sort of gave us a bit of an out. Rather than traveling all the way to the Abbey with the rest of the kids and making sure that the bodies are transported there safely, I'm actually going to retcon and say that you, as you took off, realized something. A memory floating to the surface of your core, a flash of information. When you were activated by the party, it was not that long ago that you had in fact been activated previously. You remember, in this moment, a small house, the edge of a lake, in the foothills of a large mountain. explosion of light, a figure striding through the dust, smoke coalescing around them, lightning crackling across their fingertips as they reach out and try and pull your core free. Your emergency protocol's activating, awakening you as this figure stands before you. A man, maybe in his mid-20s, but ragged, madness glowing in his eyes. You can see dark hair, ragged and swept back into a small, almost like a small ponytail tied back, beard, unkempt, sticks and mud marring his clothes, scratches across his body, burn marks on his arms. And as you tried to defend yourself, push back against this figure reaching for your core, you watch as a look of rage takes over his face as he begins chanting these strange, almost incomprehensible words, the language twisting and warping, taking on this very harsh, guttural tone, and then darkness once again. It's in this moment you get the sense that maybe it's not a good idea to stray too far from the party. And so you set off. An hour or two behind the rest of the team, but enough that you can keep up. The good news is the party are not moving stealthily through the woods, they are moving quickly, allowing you to stride forwards with a pretty easy time of things following their track. And by the time you get to the foothills of the mountain, you can see them not too far up the pathway ahead. The mountain, the way it kind of falls and rises, the pathways, as they stop and rest at the werewolf cave, giving you a chance to catch up and regroup with them. Now, you won't have had enough for a long rest, but if you did need a short rest, you would have had time to take it at the werewolf cavern, at the mouth of the cavern. And I'm going to retcon that Styx is with you for this next pathway, for the walk up the pathway around the mountain. So, as I described in that scene, Styx, you see all of this occur. You see this figure drop down. And as the figure turns towards you, there's one last thing. Haz, could you play the song again that you had on the war horn? Raph missed that last time, and I think it's important that he understands. Yeah, limber up those lips, buddy. Thank you. That's excellent. That's fantastic. It is obviously epic sax back. As the figure drops down from the clouds above, lightning splaying around them, Jonor, as you recognize the figure, you watch as this ragged, almost, I mean, you can see the madness there. His eyes moving around constantly, occasionally sort of like talking to himself over his shoulder as he calls out to you in this strong voice. What is that music? No, I wasn't talking to you. Quiet! What? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Fair wizard, we come here in trade.
As you speak up, you watch as the figure sort of turns for a moment, looks towards Blood, and clicks his fingers. You watch as Blood vanishes in a sudden poof, literally just disappearing next to you as Blood sort of goes like, oh shit, and then disappears.
Oh no.
He was green. Why was he green? We sent him away. He's gone.
Take a moment there. Take a moment there.
Step in front of Tithla.
Out of the way! I can't see!
We've met. We've met before.
What? Stop talking. Who are these people? Who are you? Answer me.
My name is Jonor from the Tempest Adventuring Guild.
As soon as you say your name, you watch as he suddenly freezes. The wind begins to die down around him as the clouds begin to pull closer and closer. You feel pressure building. Jonor. I've killed you so many times.
That's
See the man
dissembling.
hovering there laughing.
I have something for you.
Of course you do. Is it a counterspell? Are you going to send me back again? as he just hovers there, laughing. You can hear this man is not okay.
Counterspell him.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about the other one. But...
What would you counterspell? Clearly someone has cast Tash's hideous laughter on this man. Quick! I need a counterspell.
The old delete blood.
Jonor, how do you know this person?
His father was the previous burgomaster. Oh, can you just settle down on that wind you've got on me, please? It's all right. He was the burgomaster's son.
But we saw what happened to the burgomaster's son. He vaporized. This person here is far too old to be his son. If anything, he looks like he's probably the same age as the burgomaster.
Oh, the burgomaster was like in his 40s. This guy's in his mid-20s. Let's not get too carried away. Like, the burgomaster's like 40 to 50.
Yeah, but he's had a hard life.
He's had a hard life, yeah.
Hard couple of years.
But I think, like, even then, you can see that he is young. Like, you can see that this person is much younger than, like, despite the insanity, the damage to his body, the damage to his mind. Like, you can see that this is still a youthful person.
His body looks fucked, but his eyes look young.
Yeah, he's a young soul. As he's just like hovering there, cackling. Yeah.
I have also met this man.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
You weren't with us during the Bloodless coup.
No. What is that?
Where we staged a coup with 0 blood.
Congratulations.
It's kind of just in the
rare.
game.
No?
We killed no innocents.
We spilled no blood.
All right. But I know him. Well, I met him. He got cranky, and I think I went to sleep.
As you begin talking, Styx, the figure who's still laughing, like crying, laughing at this point, you watch as he suddenly stops, completely still-faced, and turns towards you and goes,
Oh, yeah.
"So that's where you went. I did try to
Hello.
We
pull it
found
out
him
of you.
there.
I tried to pull out your core. Some sort of Warforged, yeah. It wouldn't come out. Killed you too!" As he begins laughing again, pointing at Styx.
I am really confused. How, if you're... So, Johnny,
There's a
you're saying
sudden
that this is
pause,
Victor.
and then he flies towards you, Killian, getting right up in your face as he looks at you and goes like, "What's it doing here? Did Strahd send you? He can't have me. I'll have you." And then flies back again, like just moving back away very, very quickly. And you watch as lightning begins to crackle around his fingers as he holds it up in the air and goes like, "I'll have all of you."
We have someone you'd probably rather much more. We could take you to see the Abbot of Kresk. Probably besides Strahd or
How could a madman help me? I don't need the help of someone insane. That's
I never said
madness
help.
to
I never
suggest
said anything
that.
about help.
You need help.
We healed the abbot.
Healed him, did you?
Yes, he's a fully functional Daver again. I thought that might interest you. Perhaps you could come with us to Kresk. We could show you the Abbot.
Wonder how that works.
We could show you.
I could show you also. I have that spell.
But we could show him as the Abbot.
Talking.
As the Abbot?
I hate it when they talk, their lips flapping, mouth moving, gums moving. Just want to be quiet. Silence. All the voices just chattering around. Shut up! And he's going to unleash a bolt of lightning. Could I please have dex saves from everybody, please?
Question.
Hello. Would you like to counterspell that, Jonor?
That's exactly what's going to happen.
What level are you counterspelling?
Bold. I love it.
I'm going to go a 4th level counterspell. Those golden crackling, the golden blade in the hands, see those blue, like crackling in his hands, and I go to slice those lightning open and dispel it.
Alrighty. I will need you to, if it's a 4th level, no, you're good, buddy. You watch as soon as he goes to cast the spell, the lightning crackling around his hand as he unleashes it towards you. Jonor, you just step up. What does your counterspell look like again? I think did you throw something?
It's like golden daggers. I launch them and it slices. Yeah. Do not hurt us. Do not hurt us.
As soon as you cut through, you watch as he pauses and looks at the weave, the tatters of it falling around his fingers. You watch as the lightning crackles away. I've seen this before. This is what it was like when I was ripped apart. I was torn to pieces by this.
You wish to see the abbot?
By you. You did this to me. Jonor. You're the one who killed me! But it's okay. I've killed you so many times, and I'll just kill you again. I am going to throw us into initiative. He did not seem to like that, Jonor. And I'm going to bring you across to a wee little map.
Can I
found his
be honest?
weakness.
Hello.
If I'm just be honest for a second.
Yeah.
Owen, I know you've got a lot going on in your mind. You've got a few different games you're running. There's, this game's been going for a while. You've probably just got a little bit confused, though. So he hasn't actually killed Jonor because Jonor's right here. So you may have just got that a little muddled.
So I wonder what's going on there then.
I think you've just got it muddled.
Something strange has happened there. Yeah, definitely worth having a bit of a... Yeah.
I understand the classic DM. No, I meant that.
To be serious for a second there.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
It's weird.
You know better than that.
It's weird. It's weird that he thinks he's killed Jonor a few times. Yeah, that might be worth looking into. Maybe if you survived this, that could be a good question to ask him. Yeah, probably worth. No.
Good question.
Hello.
What was the go with long rest?
You had one. I carried you.
You got one.
Yeah.
Wait, I got to push that button.
I'm the only one who didn't.
Where's the long rest button?
Fucks me.
Sorry, what does it do to you?
I mean, if I could find it, I might let it.
See that big button that says long rest at the top?
Are you talking to me?
I don't know. I don't know how serious we're being here.
I was doing a bit. I was just picking on Raph.
Yeah.
Did you say there was a map, Owen?
There is. I haven't brought you across to it yet because I'm trying to find Theo's token and apply it. Theo, how much dark vision do you have, buddy?
I think I was still in Bayon form, so a fair bit.
Oh yeah, you are still in Bayon form. Yeah, nice. Okay, that makes things a bit easier. I'll bring your token across anyway, just because it's a bit easier to do with that. But what's your normal vision and dark vision like for yourself? Just so I can bring it across and make it perfect.
I actually think also pretty good.
60 feet. It'll be on the left-hand side in your senses.
Senses. It is additional senses tabs.
It'll just be on the. I'm gonna do a race. Let's see who can get there first.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I can't find this right now.
It's right next to the long rest.
Yeah, it's right next to the long rest button. Yeah. Here we go.
It's right next to the any key.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, whenever you need to press any key. Here you go.
I'm gonna say I have tremor sense.
Okay, I don't think you do though.
Yeah, but he's gonna say he does.
Yeah, but it's not going to be correct, and I am going to punish him for lying. Let me have a look. Let's find it.
Anything.
Let's find it really quickly. I've got some cool battle music playing in the background. I'll bring us across the map so you can enjoy the map.
I completely mistook where we were. I thought we were on a like
a ledge coming off the side.
Halfway.
Yeah. This isn't the top of the mountain. You guys are like halfway up the side of a mountain. Yeah. So this is like a spire of rock emerging from because essentially like the mountain's enormous. You're not at the top, but you wanted to like get a bit of a look at the lay of the land. This seems like a good spot to kind of like stop. So this is like a spire that's rising up a little bit separate. The pathway down, it's not quite as far, the pathway. This is just a really cool map that I thought was very appropriate for this particular bit by 2 Minute Tabletop.
Yeah, very cool map.
Super cool map.
I've gotten a lot more spooked about the combat since seeing it, though.
Oh, why? I don't know. Seems good.
I mean, there was all the Jonor killing comments.
That's true. That is true. He did say, that was weird, wasn't it? That he said he could kill he'd kill Jonor loads of times.
You sure you didn't get muddled?
Pretty sure. Oh, yeah, where is your... Okay, I apologize, Haz. It's not where I thought it was.
Yeah, it's right
You
next
don't
to the
have-
long rest button. We've
You
been
don't
over
have
this.
any. You don't have any dark vision. You just have normal vision.
I feel like my goat boy should have something.
You do not.
Because
Okay.
goats traditionally see in the dark.
That's very true.
Mhm, vertical eyes.
That's what I'll do. I'll move you guys back here. Do you need the Bayon? Yeah, I'll give you the Bayon token, and you can be the Bayon for the moment.
Does Bayon have it?
The Bayon does have dark vision. I'm pretty sure. There you go. I'll give you that. Theo camera. See. There you go. You got control of the. Sorry, got control of the token. All right. So what I need you to do? Can you please click on your tokens, and then can you please roll initiative?
Sorry, Owen, I had already rolled initiative and I did not have my token selected, so
Oh,
That is
Bad.
okay. I will add it now. So
shiny.
Likewise. And it's all black for me now.
that's okay.
And,
Oh,
and
hang on. Is it?
I did click on.
Yeah, I did click it.
There you go.
And then
Yeah,
you
mine's
deleted.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, that's right. I can easily add them. All right. If you
It was
can read them
amazing.
out for me in a moment, I'll ask everyone their initiatives. Has have you rolled yours yet? No. Cool.
Yeah, I got 24.
No, you got 9. Nice try. Oh, it's right there. Styx, what was yours?
8.
8. Tithla?
12.
12. Killian?
13.
13. And Jonor?
18.
18. And for the Mad
Oh.
Mage?
before we move on, does anyone want to swap initiative as per my alert feature? I can swap initiatives with anybody. So Theo, if you want to jump closer to the top, I can flip you, or Styx, same for you.
I will. Oh no, wait, we're the same again.
Yeah, it keeps happening.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
I mean, if it's Operation Maul, I'm happy to get them all in.
Happy to get them all
Yeah.
in?
Whoever wants to switch can split with me.
I mean, I've got no spells left and about a quarter of my health, so I'm happy to stay where I am.
Okay, cool.
Sounds like you guys have
Theo,
got
if
this
you want
then.
to
Yeah,
charge, then we can flip.
sounds good.
Alrighty. So, as we jump in, let me turn the volume up a little bit. Let's get some more epic. Here we go. So, as Jonor counterspells Victor Valakovich, the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok, as the lightning crackles and fades, you watch as he looks towards you, Jonor, rage burning across his face, and instead of like in this moment, you watch as the winds immediately drop. The clouds pushed aside in this massive dome around you as he drops and lands on the ground, staring towards you with this look of abject rage on his face. And as he turns towards you, you watch as he looks and goes like, I'll kill you again. I'll kill you again. Doesn't matter if you're real or not. I'm going to kill you again, Jonor, for what you did to me. I'll kill you as many times as I have to. Jonor, you are up first. Rather appropriately.
Jonah's gonna calmly take some steps forwards, approach and go on the full 30 feet. Okay, just take a moment there. Would you kindly politely discuss relevant affairs and our futures together, please? As I use my portent roll of 2 for him to roll a 2 on that save for
He is
suggestion.
going to counterspell your suggestion.
I'm going to counterspell his counterspell.
Damn.
Okay.
I personally love that your suggestion is "Would you kindly?"
Would you kindly? Yeah. We've had it for a little bit. It's been quite fun. Is this a spell and other magical effect? How does portent combine with having advantage on a roll? Because you replace one dice roll, yeah?
So how does it affect advantage? I was just going to be...
How does
Does
that
he
work?
have advantage on this?
He has advantage on any spells, yeah. I think it
I
just
think Colin just says it replaces the result,
places
doesn't it?
exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Let me double check. What does it say exactly for portent? Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. I'll read the
Uh,
wording of portent.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, it overrides advantage, disadvantage. It replaces the result. Okay. Perfect. So, what would you like to replace his portent with?
I have got a 2 from last session. He's got a 2.
Suck it.
Okay. So he still gets his bonus to this, And what is it? It's a wisdom saving throw, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's not going to be enough. Obviously. That only takes him up to an 8, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Jonor, as you turn towards him, you cast this suggestion spell. You watch, he goes, no, two can play that game, and counterspells, and then you immediately go, nope, counterspell the counterspelling. As the magic grabs hold of him, what does your suggestion, is there any visible signs of your suggestion, or is it just the would you kindly?
It's a would you kindly. That's enough of a punch to do it.
Perfect. As the charm settles into place, you watch as he pauses for a moment and blinks a few times. I'm going to bring us back off the battle map, back to the webcams. We will jump back onto the battle map if we want to. What was the specific instruction you gave him? It was, would you kindly calm down while we talk about this?
Would you kindly civilly discuss our future plans and actions together?
Okay, perfect. You watch as he kind of like blinks a few times, and then as he looks, goes like, Jonor.
Victor.
I haven't seen you since the other day. Talking in my ear, coming up mountain.
If there's any way to prove to you that I am real and not a figure of your imagination, is there anything you'd like me to do?
What is real? What's real? What's real? I used to think I knew what real was. I had a mother, I had a father, I had a nice home.
And you do have a mother. She is resting in Vallaki.
She doesn't even recognize me! How funny's that? I went to see her a few years back, and she thought I was some homeless guy. How hilarious is that, Jonor? My own mother doesn't even recognize me. My father tried to kill me. Thought I was some cousin to take the town off him. He ran me out of town. I even saw myself. Do you know what that's like? Seeing yourself and them looking at you like you're some beast covered in your own shit. Huh? Can you even imagine what that feels like?
To the group. I don't think reasoning isn't going to work here.
I could fix him, but I need time.
Well, we can fix him
Well,
with his consent, but there's be no harm coming to your way.
It only worked on the abbot because he was a deva. I don't think the same ritual spell would just fix his madness in general.
I did use my magic to clean myself. I know prestidigitation. Shut the fuck up! As he looks over his shoulder.
Well, so we had the daughter of the Wachters, possibly healed by the abbot. So if she was healed, he could be healed, perhaps.
That's why I was voting the abbot as a potential option to come visit. Victor, would you like to come see the abbot? You can see the healed David. At the very least, it should be magically interesting for you if you want to teleport us all over there.
Theo. Master Theo. You tried to teach me magic, didn't you?
I did. And
I've learned a lot
evaporated
since.
you. I did not like that. He was a jerk.
I've learned a lot of magic. You'd be proud of me. So much power.
Yes, you're very impressive. We need you to teleport us to the abbey. We'll show you the abbot, and then we can go from there. Yes.
Why? Why should I go near that madman? I don't want to play with him.
He's not so mad anymore. It's actually pretty impressive where he's at. I thought that would be magically interesting for you.
Must be me who's mad. No, it's not real. Stop talking about wizards! As he looks over his shoulder again, talking to... You don't even know what he's talking to at this point.
I don't think you're mad.
You must be mad to think that. I'm fucking crazy.
No.
I turned a deer inside out the other day and ate it. I don't know why I did that. I was hungry. wasn't I?
How you
I was
usually
really
eat animals,
hungry. I
you
was just
taste
standing
the
there,
inside out.
wandered up the mountain. What?
Can I try to walk forward really slowly with my hands out in a placating sort of a gesture?
As you begin walking forwards, you watch as he holds his hands out and mirrors you, and then starts laughing again, dropping it. The kid's like a little toy soldier. I used to play with one of you. Blinsky. He bought me toys sometimes. I used to pull the heads
Blinsky.
off. Shall I? Could pull your head off, see what's underneath. Yeah, I could stuff things. What? She's talking about turtle ducks. I don't like them. I haven't got a problem. You've got a problem. Again, having separate conversations. You can see, like, looking over his shoulder, talking to random people. Well, obviously, yeah, hallucinations.
I just ask him as I'm trying to get closer to him, where do all the souls go here?
Souls. Up they go, round and round, into the mist, and down that greedy lich's throat. He eats them, like I ate the deer. That, Theo, you're looking a lot like a deer recently. I remembered you used to be like a goat. I'm hungry. I could just... Kidding. You look on your stupid face.
I'm just trying to get, like, in front of everyone else.
It does look like a deer. I could click it and I could turn it inside out, couldn't I? It's got those little antlers. Ah, I could braid her hair. It's so lovely. Magic could do it. It's the weave, right? The weave. And like, hair is weave as well. Yeah, you go. Styx.
Will you introduce us to your friends?
What friends? There's no one up here. It's just me. You seeing things? He's mad. He's broken. You should be careful. You shouldn't be with him. He's mad. Look, he's talking to things. Introduced to friends. I don't have any friends. Leave me alone. Were you saying something, Tin Man? I'm sorry, I got distracted again.
I don't respond. I just stay in front of everyone as the main target.
Your little spell's still holding, Jonor. What do you want to talk about, huh? What do you want to talk about? The future, huh? You know what I've seen a lot of recently? Past. So much. Do you know how much of the past there is? There's so much of it. I've seen a good old chunk of it, Jonor. Now, why?
Yeah, Why? You go on. You can share. I'm happy to listen.
Because someone likes to use Counterspell. Maybe I should cut his fingers off. He couldn't cast Counterspell if I chopped his naughty little fingers off, could he? Could turn them inside out. I need some new knuckle bones for dice.
Would you? I could play you another song.
What's it
Did
say?
you did you try using the deer's bones for dice? They actually work pretty well.
Ah, Tithla. Hello,
Hi.
friend.
What's
I haven't
going on?
seen you since that time Jonor tried to kill me because I was trying to help.
That's great. I haven't seen you since then either.
You look less burned. Do you want me to fix that?
No, I already got fixed.
Ah,
See, left burn. You just said it.
but now you're green. Why are you green, Tithla? I don't like it when things are green.
Hey, that's a little mean.
Green
It's
with
just-
envy, my father used to say when I complained about things. He's dead now. We've killed him, haven't we? How long ago was that for you? Years for me, but you've only done that recently. Huh? Yeah,
Can I ask a question?
you just did.
Okay, yeah, you got me. Yeah. You said you killed Jonor. How'd you do that?
It's when I'm trying to sleep he comes. Him and Theo.
Oh,
They come and talk
so you didn't
to
actually
me,
do it.
and I tear them apart every time. Sometimes I burn them. Sometimes I flay them. The lightning works really well. It's good.
I've also had bad and good dreams. Sounds like that's kind of a mix.
Why are you talking about dreams?
Oh, because
What's that got to do with anything, Tithla?
Well, that just because what you were describing wasn't real when you said you killed them.
How do you know? How do you know what's real and not real? I've got more magic in my pinky finger than you have in your entire body, Tithla. I think I make what's real now. I can make things real.
Okay,
I can
you
make
show me?
things real.
Okay.
What do you want?
I mean, I kind of want to leave now, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay. And he's going to click his fingers. Tithla, could you please make for me a Constitution saving throw?
I'd very much like to counterspell that, please.
Okay.
Is that civil behavior?
What level are you counterspell? This isn't aggressive. He is working within the bounds of what you told. Tithla said, "I would like to leave now," and all he's doing is obeying that wish.
Third level.
Third level spell. I need you to please roll me a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Just a modifier. I'll just do a charisma check then. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Actually, can I port in that one? I haven't seen the roll yet. I want to get a 17 to port in that. I am not letting Tifla disappear. So
that would take it up. It was a 20. It was a 20 unnatural. So plus 17. Sorry, what? So 17 plus 7. Yeah, it takes up to 24. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
As he goes to cast the magic, Jonor, you just throw another speckle of like golden daggers towards the weave as it falls apart. You watch as he looks again and goes, why did I expect anything different? I cast things and you counterspell them.
That was me that time.
Who cares who the fuck you are? I don't care who any of you are. You're just ghosts playing around and around and haunting me each night when I try to sleep.
There might be a way to stop it, and that's going to be by visiting the abbot. So you're gonna teleport Tithla? Could you teleport all of us and you to see the abbot? That'll be, we can just go away at that point.
Can't teleport to the abbey. Can't go there. The abbot's got things up. Oh, nearby now. Changed your mind, Jonor.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he kind of got you, Jonor.
Yeah, well, immediately, but I just want him to meet the abbot, and next to it or in it, it doesn't really make a difference.
That's fair. He's made a good point, Mad Mage. I mean,
I don't wish you. And I wish to give you a gift, and I will give this for you. It's yours permanently, in exchange for you all coming with us. If you could teleport us to the abbot, and from there I sort of shuffle back the collar of my cloak and have this ring, the Pearl of Power. This here I've had for probably a couple weeks in this place, and it's restored me some spells, and I found it really helpful. I wish that this is the token of gratitude for, this teleportation. If you wish to do it, I'm going to give you this, and it's your choice. And I will, open-handedly mage hand and just drift it over it to him.
As it gets about halfway, Jonor, something feels wrong for a second. He's suddenly there behind you as you go to Mage Hand and takes it from you. It looks like he just suddenly vanished and appeared right next to you. You have no idea what magic was in place, but it's instantaneous. He just suddenly moves and he's there, right behind you.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't call out "the world," which I am tempted to have him call out as he does this. As he suddenly appears behind you. Takes the pearl power and goes like, so pretty. My mother had a pearl necklace. Father bought it for her before he tried to kill us all, before he went mad. Maybe it's my blood that's tainted. I'll always go mad. Or maybe you did it. I feel like something changed when the spell went wrong. I was torn apart.
If we have, that can possibly be fixed. If you please just give it a chance. I believe you'll be. It can work for the best for you.
You're very quiet. gnome. I like your hat. I had a hat once. I got so hungry I had to eat it. It was leather, just boiled it. Have you tried eating your hat yet?
I haven't been so despairing like you, my friend.
No, I imagine not. No one's been as pitiful as me. I had a good life. For a bit.
Are you so pitiful that you will not accept help?
What help do you think you can offer? I dropped out of the fucking sky like some sort of fallen asteroid. I smashed down. Somewhere over there. Do you know how I survived? Fucking shield spell. Can you imagine? And he was there. Strahd. So quick. I fought him. Suddenly everything came together, like everything I'd read in the books all made sense. He beat me the first time. Feign death spell came in clutch there. You'd think he wouldn't be fooled by that, but he was. He's so arrogant he thought he'd kill me. And so I just kept coming back, you know, just to fuck with him, waiting for you lot. Now you're here. I think. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell who's here and who's not. Are you here? Really here? I've pinched myself, but it hasn't done anything.
Are you holding the pearl? I just gave you my pearl necklace.
You watch as he looks down at the pearl.
Power.
You watch as he looks down at the pearl. He sort of dropped around his.
Dishing out pearl necklaces.
Yeah, Jonor, that's very generous of you. You washed it first, though, right?
So sticky.
Did you wash it?
Oh yeah, before.
Okay. As long as you
washed in
okay.
It was homemade.
a long journey.
You watch as he reaches
pearl of
around
power.
and removes the pearl necklace. No, he just looks at the pearl necklace, the pearl of power around his neck, lifts it up and goes like, "Yeah,
It
but
is
I could
real.
have just picked this up. I can't trust you. You're not real. You're never real. Every time you come, you're not real.
No, you said we come when you're sleeping. Are you sleeping?
I can't tell anymore. So
Do you want
hard
to
to
pinch you?
know. Yeah, but I pinch myself sometimes.
Okay, well, go ahead. Just a little pinch. I don't want you any harm, but you just for the test.
What do you want, Jonor?
I'd really like it for you to teleport all of us to the abbot and give him a chance for a some curing.
Why? What's wrong with me, Jonor?
Because your mother would love to spend time with you, and having your mind cleared would bring your family back together.
I told you I tried.
Not without the abbots clearing your mind. There's a chance she would love it, and I think you would too.
Maybe a persuasion check, please, Jonor.
Someone gave me advantage.
Yes, you were given
who-
advantage from
who
set
was
piece.
it?
Yes, you were.
Please, thank you so much. Persuasion.
Strumming the fuck-looking band at the door. I'm going to give you bardic inspiration as well, if that's okay.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, it's needed.
D6
It's
for
a
your bardic
D8.
inspiration. Oh, D8. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, that's D8 now.
All right, let's add.
That's a
the
natural
8.
1 and a 13.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
13.
So that's a
And a
14. 14 total. 13 plus a 1.
I've given him a gift, you know.
Yeah, but he's also fucking crazy, Tom. I'm so sorry, but he's fucking
That's
insane.
true.
And you're the
very fair.
reason he's here. Like, everything that's
true.
happened to him, it's kind of your fault. Well, in a way. You have been given another advantage. However, we can't just keep stacking advantages. This is for a future thing. You can't just keep re-rolling dice forever. So That is for a future event.
Can I have a proposal,
sure.
Owen?
Yeah.
What if we did
What?
We did stack the advantages and you guys rolling.
I've just checked with myself, and I've really consulted myself on this one. Myself's done a lot of background research, and I believe the response I'm getting this now. Yes, this is from me. Fuck you. No. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
I've tried everything I can think of.
He tried everything. Yeah, unfortunately. I did too. I just had to pass it up the line. Unfortunately, there's nothing else I can do.
Hey, you're only stupid ever.
to persuade the DM.
I checked. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to tell them that. That's wildly inappropriate. Yeah, no, I'm not going to share that. That's
what did they say?
We'd get cancelled. Yeah. In fact, I'm insulted. I'm insulted on your behalf. I can't believe that was.
I appreciate you filtering that for us.
Yeah, you're okay. It's gonna really keep me up at night. That was pretty rough.
Thanks, man.
So didn't persuade him?
Probably not. 14. Yeah, you watch this. He's sort of like, again, Jonor, as he moves right up next to you, places a hand on your shoulder, like leans in and goes like, "She's already pretty confident I'm dead now. And I think it's better for her that I am. Because look at me. Who'd want a son like me? I erased people, Jonor. I vaporized them." As he leans in right close to your ear. "And I really liked it. Watching as they got pulled apart by the magic. It felt so good."
Oh, that does not sit well.
Victor.
Okay.
Do you know the best bit is? You've made this cyclical. Because the book that I found, do you know where I got it? I got it from me. My other book, I lost it in town. Fucking Gunter picked it up and now I've sold it to myself, kind of. So, in a way, this always happens, right? This always happens now. This is how things should be. I'm immortal, Jonor. I just happen again and again and again, like you're fucking counterspelling. I just keep happening. Every time. Every time.
I have something that you... Oh, go on.
No, Jonor, by all means.
Victor, I have something that you might really enjoy doing, but you have to...
Is it turning the bear inside out?
No, it's hurting me. You can do
I
that,
can't.
but...
Your magic has got me bound. For now.
If you... And that's what I want to do, is I'm happy to drop that as long as you promise you will teleport all of us to go see the Abbey. You can do... Oh, God, I'm not gonna like this one. You can do anything. You can severely hurt me. I'm not gonna like it. You can severely hurt me, but please don't kill me, but you have to promise you teleport us to the Abbey.
You watch as a smile begins to pull across his face. So you're offering to me that if I teleport you and me over towards the mad abbot, the crazy abbot, then I can do whatever I want to you. Jonor.
That's right.
What an offer. But I don't think you understand yet. I already can do whatever I want to you. Your magic's fading and you're right here. I don't need to take you anywhere. In fact, we've just talked about the future. And I think I'm done with this conversation now.
I had one more question about the future if you wanted to continue to indulge it. Because we didn't really. We talked about the immediate future.
You can pick your own last words. I'm not going to stand in the way. Go on. Tell me what you want to say before I tear you apart.
What I want to know. I mean, you talked a lot about what we would like, but we'd never really asked what it is you like or would like to do in the future.
But I'd like.
You've tried to fight Strahd many times. That's exactly what we're going to fucking do. So
That's not gonna work.
Oh,
He
it will.
really fucked me up the last time. I only just got away. He's been
Yeah, but-
playing with me. I'm like a little toy to him. Wind
yes,
him
but
up
now you have
and
all of
watch
us.
him
We have
go.
lots of friends. We've changed the balance of things. Yada yada yada.
You don't
We're
have
going
any
out with a fucking
friends.
bang.
Nobody likes you.
No, actually, you're wrong. Everyone likes me. I'm really quite friendly.
Oh,
Yeah.
they
It was
think
you
they do at
that-
first, but then you tell people that you'll help them, and instead you rip them from their lives.
No,
You make them hurt more than they've ever hurt before. That's
I
what you
especially
do.
didn't do that and thought that it was kind of rude that Jonor did, but
Do you
I was
wanna-
only nearby.
do
I
you
was
wanna
fully
hurt him
intending to
with
help
me?
keep magic.
We could hurt him together.
We
You know how many
could-
bones the human body has? You can take them
200
out one by one. Takes a while, but they go all floppy, like a puppet with its strings cut.
Yeah, so let's go do that over at the island if that's what you really want to do. I could do a floppy Jonor.
I think
Oh, I don't think I want that.
what I really want
Yes, so tell us what you
is
really,
to
really want.
fuck you up, all of you.
This is going to be very inconvenient.
Yeah, that's not very nice. Are
Um,
you trying to be nice or are you trying to be mean?
You said you were hungry, yes?
Yeah, I haven't
Right.
eaten since the deer.
Well, I have this bag of
That's
delicious
true.
beans you could try.
You think I'm a fucking idiot?
I,
I know a bag of beans when I see one. Why don't I
well,
think?
yes, of course, it is a bag full of beans.
I
Why
think
would you
it'd be
keep a bag
better
in
if
a
you
sack of
tried that. In
beans?
fact, I suggest you try one first. Can I please get a wisdom saving throw, Theo?
Cool. That's fine.
No one's gonna counter that.
I don't
No,
don't even bother. Don't bother. I have advantage already.
Also, Theo knows that that's going to hurt him, so I don't think the suggestion would work.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah, that's
you.
not civil.
That's a good point. Well, all he did say was, I suggest you try one first.
pretty simple.
Would that mean he'd have to try one too if I ate one?
Hard to say. No, so it's obviously 22, 25. Take the 25. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a tricky one because, like, this. Yeah, you're right. The suggestion, technically, yeah, I would have given you advantage on this anyway because of the method of the thing. He doesn't necessarily know because you don't know what he knows. He might not know what these are. Yeah, it's a tricky one. But yeah, as you like hold out the bag of beans, as he makes this suggestion spell, you watch as he looks at you and goes like, "Which one of you fuckers counterspelled me? I swear to fucking bottom that I'm gonna tear you apart if you counterspell me one more time." I'm not even
Thinking
joking.
about time.
I will pick you apart piece by piece if you counterspell me one more time.
I think-
Shut up! I know
think
one of them did it.
I think things are getting a little out of hand here. I think what would be really good would be if you don't mind, if you could teleport all of us to the abbot, and then we can have a look about seeing if we can sort of form some form of alliance. I mean, this is just a friendly suggestion. I might as well fucking go with it and just cast suggestion on him to teleport us there.
You watch as he immediately counterspells it.
That Jonor.
You watch as
Yeah, that's.
you watch as he immediately counterspells the suggestion and goes, Nah, I'm not falling for that. You got me once, but that magic's almost done now. Come on.
Okay, I'm going to. Here's counterspell. Again.
This episode title should just be suggestion and counterspell.
I'll just do suggestion / counterspell, and I'll have them like merge into one another. As you counterspell the counterspell, you watch as he turns towards you, rage in his eyes. Jonor goes, "I told you what would happen if you counterspelled me one more time, Jonor. I distinctly
You'll
remember
teleport us straight to the Abbey. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Make that wisdom saving throw.
Can I
so he gets
suggest this episode be called "May I Suggest"?
May I suggest? He gets a +6 to wisdom saves, just so you're aware, on account of him being an archmage. That is going to be that's a 13. Is that?
DC 17.
Ooh, fuck yes.
You watch as he
Right.
as you say this, as the suggestion takes hold. You watch he kind of shakes it again and goes like, no, as he begins hitting his head. I don't want to do it! And then he holds up his hand, clicks his fingers as the magic activates. All of you feel this sudden rush as the ground falls away beneath your feet. This lurch as the world blurs into this white light. Sections of this sort of like chromatic color blurring around the edges of your vision, warped around you as all of a sudden the ground lurches again and you're standing outside the front of the abbey. Damn, that battle map was for nothing. Goodbye, battle map. Thank you for being there. It was really beautiful. Let's have one last look at it really quickly. Man, I was really looking forward to that battle map. It was really nice.
Not to drop us all in it, but he could have put us like 1,000 feet in the air near the abbey if he wanted.
No. Your suggestion was to teleport us to the abbey. 1,000 feet above the abbey is not to the abbey. The instruction was teleport you to the abbey. He has to follow and that's also not safe for him technically either. And he's also said the suggestion. What was that? He's got shield spell, yeah. But he's also still locked into the suggestion from Jonor, which is he can't take any harmful actions against you at this point. Like he's having a civil conversation. It would not be civil to drop you all from above. As you lurch back into place, you find yourself standing just outside the ruins of the front gate of the abbey. You can see the mongrel folk suddenly pull back away as they watch all of you appear in this blinding flash of light as runes etch themselves on the ground around you. Clearly some teleportation circle. As he looks up, he goes like, no. Clicks his fingers and points at it, and he watches one of the mongrel folk is immediately turned inside out as the skin flays, the bones fall apart, as the flesh falls into pieces. It drops apart. He goes like,
Counterspell?
Yeah, you can.
Counterspell, yeah.
While that's happening,
Yeah.
Styx is going to take off sprinting into the abbey.
Yeah,
good call.
Wow, you guys must be running pretty low on spell slots now. As you counterspell again. How many counterspells have we had? I'd like a counterspell tally. I believe that's the 5th counterspell.
A counter?
I've used 2.
I've done 3.
Pause for a spell. I need a counter. How many counterspells? I think it's 5, isn't it? That's the 5th one.
Yeah, Jonor's used 3. I've used 2.
I've done a 4th and 2/3.
Holy
Yeah, I've only got a
shit.
3rd level slot, so I've used 1 pack slot and one bard slot.
What was the level of counterspell?
3rd.
3rd level. That is annoyingly enough. As you watch his time pauses for a moment, the magic unraveling.
Second level turn inside out.
No, so he was using a different. There's a spell he's using. I'm not going to say what spell it is, but Killian breaks it as it happens as he goes to cast this spell. What does your counterspell look like, Killian? As you break apart the weave, is it like an eldritch blast to the weave itself? What does it look like?
No, I think he's leaning more into his bardic side at the moment. So every time he's counterspelled, it's been a dun on the bandolier.
Yeah. As the music echoes out, this cacophony for a moment echoes out, the magic falls apart. You watch as he just like slowly curls up in the fetal position because he's rocking back and forth. They're always counterspelling. They're always counterspelling. It's the only spell they know. It's counterspell. Do you know how funny it is and how dead you are?
A little?
Because I told you what would happen if you counterspelled me again. You just keep doing it. You just keep doing it.
You have.
Don't fucking turn people inside out. It's rude.
I will let you do one painful spell to me. I agree. After the abbot does help some mental healing, I will let you do a very painful spell on me. Don't kill me, but I will allow that. Just so there's something in it for you.
He's just lying on the ground, rolling backwards and forwards, crying and laughing in equal measure. He looks like he's in a very bad way at the moment. Styx, as you sprint in through the front gates, as you step into the entryway to the courtyard, you can see a familiar face. Luther is there chatting to the abbot. You can see, and also with Irina as well. The three of them having a conversation as they point towards some of the battlements. You can see they're organizing some supplies that have come in. And as soon as you begin like charging in at full speed, are you making any noise? You go like, ah, as you run in.
I think there's a sound coming out that you probably haven't heard from Styx before.
Like a storm alarm.
His jaw doesn't open, but it's just a boo-it, boo-it.
Oh man, we are playing Curse of Strahd, which is a horror campaign, but never mind. As you begin running through, you watch as around you, like all of the Bongle folk begin like launching to attention, and like, you can see mixing amongst them are a number of people as well. It looks like there's people here. As you rush in, you watch as the abbot sort of turns, bald head, the light, because here there are no mists and the clouds are partly broken. The light shines down on the Abbey of St. Markovia once again. As the light kind of glints off his bald head, he turns around and goes like, Styx, you are back. What kind of noise is this you are making? I am not familiar with this noise.
No time. The madman is here. And I just sprint back the other way, back out the front.
As soon as you run up, Luther goes, well, howdy to you too, Styx. Been some time and I missed you. Fuck off, whatever.
Nope.
As you just take off. You watch as behind you, the abbot flexes his shoulders, white wings emerging out as he takes off, flapping up into the air and then shoots over the top of you like a glowing comet. For those of you who are standing in front of the Mad Mage, as the abbot lands in this sudden like shock of dirt around you, he turns towards you, confusion for a second, and then looks down at the figure on the ground and his eyes widen. You have... This is the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok. What is he doing here?
Do you have any sort of ability that would fix his mind? His mind is fractured. Not too dissimilar to what happened to you?
I don't know. Maybe I might have something. We need to put him to sleep first. I will try, but you're going to need to engage him for a moment while I do this. This will take some time, and I imagine he is quite.
Punch him in the head.
You punch Victor in the head.
Oh, yeah, I bear stomp him as soon as he says engage him. Just both calls down.
Just knock him the fuck out.
Oh, please.
What was that?
Can Tithla please cast a spell?
Yes. What would you like to cast?
Silence.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
As you reach up, what does your silence spell look like?
It's just her going shoot with a finger to her lips.
Okay. As this is the dome around you visible or invisible?
The dome around her. What?
So when you cast silence, is it like a dome that you create around you that's visible, or is it just this? Like, what does it kind of look like?
It's on a location.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm assuming you're casting it around yourself and the Mad Mage right now.
Well, I mean, is that how close it is? I thought there was a little bit more distance.
He's teleported all of you.
Trying to be centered on him.
On him,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
mage.
Yeah. Okay. 100%. Okay. Yeah. As it activates, as the wall goes up. Quick question. I've just realized that in this moment, some of you might. I know you haven't asked for this, but I realize you spent a bit of time talking to this man. Did any of you want to roll any like Arcana or Nature or Medicine checks to see if there is any magic that you know of to help cure madness? Just realize that potentially that might be something that's occurred to your characters in this moment.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll roll the nature, but
I'm a bear. 12. Yeah,
Oh,
going for the
can
claws.
I roll an insight on him? The way he was kind of like talking to voices, my intention is to understand if there's any logic to that. Like, is he talking to two distinct voices that are kind of like consistent?
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely insight for that for sure.
Oh,
Theo 12,
that's a good
Tithla
one.
4. Oh, the medical genius. Yeah, you're pretty sure the way to cure madness is a really piping hot cup of tea with 2 spoonfuls of honey. That's all he needs.
No honey. No honey.
Not honey?
It's a shame. No, there's no honey around. It's a
No,
shame.
there's no flowers. Makes it hard to grow honey. 20 for Jonor for the arcane, 9 from Killian for the medicine. That's a natural 1 from Axel. Oh no, there's 100%. There are clearly 2 demons on his shoulder. They're invisible for now, but you're sure at some point they'll grow visible. They are definitely 2 demons talking to him. 100%. Like, yeah, absolutely.
Guess I worked it out.
Yeah, you've worked it out. And really what you need to do is attack the invisible demons. They won't be far from his shoulder. If you can attack the space above the left and right shoulder quickly enough, they won't be able to scamper down up his britches. You'll be able to get them, you reckon for sure. Yeah. Everyone
I
knows.
was thinking if I take
shoulder
his
demons.
ears, like, he can't hear them.
No. Oh, that's good too. Yeah, if you could pour some hot wax in his ears, that'd work too. Yeah, you just need to stop. If you can stop the invisible trouser demons talking to him, currently clinging to his shoulder, everything will be fine. Axel, you're 100% sure of this. I love natural ones. I love natural ones so much. Yeah, that's not great from every Theo. I mean, he's mad. Really, the druids don't have a lot of experience with this. It's very rare for a druid to lose their mind.
I got touch grass. That's
touch
all
grass.
I got.
Yeah. He needs to touch some grass, or better yet, like often the druids will use herbs to help keep those who are mad nice and calm, which involves grass as well. So both options you're aware of involve grass. Jonor with a 20. Yeah, there are a number of spells that could be really helpful here. This is a type of madness, which means that restoration spells, particularly powerful restoration spells, could be really useful here. If you were to kill him and cast Reincarnate, he would not come back mad, because it's not his soul that is mad. That would potentially work. But that's a big step. Powerful restoration magic would work as well. Lesser restoration for a minor madness, you think this is probably going to need something a bit stronger than lesser restoration.
Would Revivify do it? 'Cause that's a bit cheaper.
I mean, Revivify's bringing him back in the body. Maybe not, because it's like you're creating a whole new body and putting the soul in. So actually, even then, part of the madness is the memories and the experiences. So actually, I'm not 100% sure that resurrection would work. Now that I'm thinking about it a bit more deeply, I don't know if it would actually. So really, you're looking at greater restoration, Jonor, in this moment, or similar.
I'm looking at the abbot for greater restoration is what I'm really doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, so if you yell that out to the abbot, it looks like you can see he's already planning to cast something. You're not sure what it is, though.
Okay, abbot. Sorry, Killian, what were you saying?
That's fine. I was just gonna.
No.
Just wanted.
You can't talk. You're in Tithla's zone of silence, all of you. As you open your mouth, you go. Nothing comes out of your mouths. Theo's railing into this man. Theo, if you could please roll me to attack.
I heard was subdue him, so he's getting subdued.
Theo, roll me to attack. Styx, roll me to attack. I know the two of you are attacking. Killian, Jonor, Axel, Tithla, it's to you guys what you want to do, but as Tithla activates the silence bubble, you watch as Victor rolls over, looks up, and then he goes to like do something, and then he looks at his fingers and looks at you, Tithla, and mouths Counterspell. Shakes his head, and then begins laughing as he starts crying again.
He's on the ground, right? So
he's on the ground. You got advantage. Yeah.
Cool.
I crit him.
That's already a crit. Holy shit.
Seeing the dog pile on him, Jonor's not known for his athletic and strength. He's going to go over to the abbot and abbot, restoration. His mind needs to be restored, and it needs to be restored to the greatest degree you could possibly do it. So, is that the sort of angle you're going for here, or?
Yeah, we're going to go for something similar. I was planning to unleash the full force of my rejuvenation magic, powered by the light of Lysander, to bring this, or Lythander, I should say, because I do not follow your Nostaean gods. I am from somewhere else. As I unleashed the full light of Lythander upon him, my plan was to try and burn away this madness in the light of the sun.
That sounds exactly like what we need. The restoration was my take, but the strongest form you have.
I will get to it. We need to keep him still for a moment. It will not take me more than a few seconds, but it will take me a few seconds to do this.
All right, I'll join the pile.
Oh, and can I grapple him?
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's do the damage. That's an 17 from Styx for your unarmed strike. That it's always going to deal the first damage, which in this case is 2 points of damage. Styx, just punch him in the face. 2 points of damage. Okay. That's a crit from Theo, natural 20. So that's going to be 14 plus an additional 16 on top of that, which takes it up to 40 points of damage.
Do I still have my metal? Actually, it's going to be.
Oh no, 30 points of damage. Sorry. Yeah. What was that? Sorry.
Do I still have the claws on by any chance?
Yes, you do.
Oh, I guess that was specifically Bjorn Ling's size. So I probably have to get them remade, wouldn't
I?
I?
You will have to get them remade. Sorry. Yeah. That's right. You're in the right place to do it. You can get that reforged here. Yeah. That's easy.
But no, so that's also radiant damage, and my first attack in
Sunbear.
Yeah. In wild shape, I can add an additional. Where's it at? I think 1d8 cold, fire, or lightning. In this case, I reckon it's going to be. Let's do fire.
Fire. Alrighty, so that's going to be a total of so that's 30 damage plus an additional 2 plus an additional 8, so 40 points of damage as you unleash on the Mad Mage. Axel, you have advantage. He's currently prone. If you would like to roll your grapple again, you do have advantage on this attack.
Thank you.
We'll take the 24. Take the 24. I'll roll against that, but he is not going to be very good at that. Yeah, that's an 11. I don't think that's going to pass. 24. As you just grab onto him and like cuddle him on the ground, you're basically spooning him. He's in the fetal position, lying on the ground. You watch as Axel just reaches over and like wraps around him and spoons him forcefully, but gently in this moment. Well, actually, Axel, I mean, you're not used to being the big spoon. How do you do this?
I feel like arms can't even get around, so the shield comes around. The
just like lock the
pulling the shield.
Yeah, nice. So his like hands are
To,
pressed
like,
up to his
pin him.
face against the shield. Yeah, sick. As he is locked down in this grapple, and you currently have silence on him, I'm actually not going to put us in initiative. There's no real point. If you are happy, Axel kinda has him locked down. Without magic, there's not a lot he can do. All of his spells are verbal.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
The only one that's not is completely useless here for him. There's nothing he can do with it. So I'll just
Local
triple
Archmage completely neutralized by second level spell.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? And unfortunately, I had used up my spell slots of Counterspell.
Got him.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Part of the plan.
I'll just triple check. No, he can't. Oh, he could. He could cast that, but again, that's useless. No, there's fuck all he can do.
Would he do it out of spite?
No, because it's not like. I mean, I guess I can. It's not very funny though. He watches he like begin. Well, again, like he's like partly grappling, which he tries to like move his fingers around, and he watches a few lights begin to dance around, then move inside the center of his head for a moment, and then vanish. You're not sure what he's done, but he's done something. You think. With that happening and the way that the Abbot spell works, it only takes the Abbot 3 rounds to cast this. I'll roll really quickly to see if he gets out of this, but I don't think he's getting out of it.
I just keep punching him in the head too.
Yeah. Nah, the highest I rolled, a 14.
Like they're putting full Bjornling weight on his like elbow joints.
Yeah, just lie on him as your fucking large Beorn. Yeah, I mean, after that happens, you watch as the Abbot turns towards you, Tithla, nods and points at the silence around and like cuts his.
Tithla goes, "What? I can't hear you."
You watch as he pauses, the holy magic held in his hands and begins to crackle and fall apart. Now, as soon as the spell goes down, you watch as Victor opens his mouth to scream out something, and the Abbot just places a hand on his forehead, and there's this flash of golden light. As the light begins to die down and dissipate, you see Victor lying there on the ground, still wrapped up by Axel, looking stunned. He's sort of like looking around, confused, as a few tears begin to leak out the side of his eyes.
I punch him in the head again.
Fucking counterspell! Yeah, as you punch him in the... No. As he sort of lies there for a moment, really confused, which he looks up at all of you and goes like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. You can let me up now. I promise I'm not a danger to anyone anymore.
Take a moment, take it easy.
No, he doesn't. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Watching Raph's look of fear then was everything. There was this moment where Raph's like, I should have punched him in the face. It was like, fuck.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on him, please, at first level?
Perfect. As he looks down.
I do that too, actually.
As it begins
I
to
do that while in Bjornling form, and I did gouge him somewhat.
Yeah. As the wounds begin to knit back together, you watch he sort of slowly pulls himself up to a sitting position, looking at his arm as the wound begins to knit back together. 15, very nice, as it begins to knit back together. Blood staining his ragged robes. You watch as he sort of leans down, wipes some of the mud out of his eye, wipes a few tears aside, tries to sort of like wipe it off on his filthy tunic, looks down and goes, I don't know what to say. I am so sorry. I
You don't need to say anything.
I didn't mean any of that. I don't remember a huge amount, but what I do remember from the last few moments, I said some awful things. I did some awful things. I just want to say I'm really sorry. Thank you so much for helping me. I'm so sorry.
Do you still remember how to do magic, or are you back to how you were the first time we met you?
You watch as he slowly stands up.
Dude,
As he turns his fingers around and moves them, you watch as this, like, almost like an Ouroboros of weave flickers to life inside his fingers as he moves it around and then slowly unleashes. You watch as this enormous concentration of magic begins to pool together, and as it attaches itself to the side of the abbey, you watch as bricks, walls formed from pure weave begin to form together in front as a castle keep manifests itself attached to the side of the abbey. A massive wooden front door, huge gargoyles along the sides, an enormous 3-story castle manifested out of nothing but magic in front of him as he slowly moves his fingers around and goes like, I was living in a cave. I could do this. I was really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can still do magic.
Cool. Well, let's go inside the abbey. Look, you seem much better, but take it slow, yeah? You've been through some shit, and truthfully, you always kind of had some problems. Your upbringing wasn't the best, so take it one day at a time and try and be better than you were the day before, and you'll get there. Not to rush this, but Abbott, we're on something of a time frame. Do you happen to still have Grinner's lungs? Or liver, whichever one that was?
It was his liver.
Yeah.
I do indeed still have Grinner's liver. You left. Yes, it was. Well, you did not take it with you. It is still. It will be in the room with the other samples. I have not cleared that room out yet. We had other more pressing matters, and to be honest, the shame I feel being down there. I have avoided that room, but it will be down there with the other samples, yeah.
Do you think you have another roughly 5th level spell in you for today?
You are hoping that I could cast Resurrection on him, yeah?
That is the hope, yes?
I can try. Might I ask what has happened to him?
He got taken by the Count and turned into a vampire spawn.
Then unfortunately Resurrection is not going to be enough to bring him back, I am sorry to say.
But this was tissue from before he was dead, and now he is dead?
Look, I am willing to give it a go, but from what I understand of this magic and how it works...
if it's your soul you're chasing?
It is the soul that is the problem. We can certainly try. But you must...
His soul is on the March of the Dead, so it's not in the body.
Oh, they are not the souls. The things that appear during the March of the Dead. The procession of ghosts, yeah? Outside Castle Ravenloft. Yeah.
Yes.
They are not really the souls. They are like echoes. They are created when Outlanders die here. It is like an image frozen in a pane of glass. It is not really the soul.
Okay.
But we do have the soul. It's the moon is not actually the moon. Have you paid attention to it? That's where.
What do you mean the moon is not actually the moon?
Can we look outside and have a look at this? I go out there and look to sight the moon in the sky.
As you look up, Jonor, the cloud coverage around the abbey, because of what you've done with the abbot, because of the light of Lythander shining down, the clouds above are partly broken. You can occasionally see stars filtering through. And as you point over, half hidden by a section of dense cloud bank away from the abbey, not directly above it, but over towards the side, a little bit over towards Castle Ravenloft, actually a little bit south of Castle Ravenloft, you can see just the upper portion of this glowing white light. Yeah, so there's the moon. What of it?
Take a moment, focus your energies, and just really get a feel for that. Do you notice anything if it's not just light?
You watch as the abbot focuses and pauses. And then you watch as his mouth slowly opens, his eyes going wide. By Lythander's light, that is... I don't want to say that's no moon, but it's overwhelming.
That's why I leaned forward.
That's no moon. It is... That is where the souls have gone. The souls that are trapped within the mists, they are coalesced there. But that is above the Amber Temple.
Would you
Oh, dear.
sort of call it some sort of station that takes up the space where the souls go?
I would call this an abomination.
So
These
not some
people
sort of
are trapped here.
station of
Their
space.
souls
Okay.
bound in this place, trapped within the mists. Those that are
Not
not.
some sort of star of death, then.
Yeah.
No, there is no death involved here, just the freeing of souls from the body.
Okay.
So, but you say it's above the Amber Temple.
Yeah. It's just to the south, see? Down this way. It's hard to see with the light at the moment, but if I was any judge, I would say this was above the Amber Temple, yeah.
Question for everybody who is not from where I'm from. How are there liches in your world?
Yes.
Yeah. You've
How
all
are
heard.
they made in your world?
Ooh, now we're getting... Okay, so all of you would have heard of liches as a scary bedtime story, evil undead. Could I get, please, a history, arcana... it's more history or arcana check, sorry.
Can I
Yeah.
argue
Yes.
that I can roll that with advantage for being a really, really old sentient sword?
Whose job is like to transport
slay
souls from
evil
one plane to
undead.
another.
Specifically because you are the Sun Sword created... I mean, now you're starting to think maybe you were created specifically for the purpose of slaying undead. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Has there ever been a good lich?
Well, that's a good question. So, Jonor 27, Theo 22. Is that your question, Theo? Are you kind of focusing on good liches in this moment?
Or some manner of album of good liches?
I thought you were going there.
I'm actually legit going to give you some lore here about a good lich. You're actually legit going to get some lore on this. 18 for Styx, 9 for Tithla. Yeah, Tithla. Liches.
Anyone else wondering about that reference? Just look up Meaty
No, there's no need to. Tithla, you're pretty certain that liches come along and eat children if they don't brush their teeth. That's what you were told.
What if the liches don't?
The liches, if the children don't brush their teeth, liches come and eat them.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what your mum told you. You're pretty confident about that.
Cannibals.
Yeah. Jonor, sorry, Axel. Yeah, with a 10. I mean, you've heard the word before. You know that they're evil undead. You don't know how they're made. Styx 18 and Jonor 27. I'll give you go. Theo will get something a little bit different. You'll get what these guys know, but something a little bit different. So Styx and Jonor. So yeah, you know that liches are created by a very, very fucked up necromantic practice involving the sacrifice of people, the sacrifice of souls, and the removal of their parts into a vessel known as a phylactery, a container of something. Yeah, go.
Sorry, I should have specified. I was specifically wanting to know information about this particular lich.
In that case, then we'll do you separately. Just how you like it. In that case, then, Jonor and Theo, you know that liches are made through a process, a very dark ritual that requires the sacrifice of souls and the removal of their vital organs and the placement of their heart, most commonly inside a vessel known as a phylactery, a place that stores their life and their essence that they can regenerate from. A phylactery is their only weakness, really. If you kill a lich's body, it will return to undeath. I wasn't going to say life, but return to undeath. I think it's 24 hours later at the location of their phylactery. So a lich's phylactery is very, very important. If you destroy the phylactery, you can destroy the lich forever. They have to consume souls to continue existing. How long or how often they need to consume souls, you don't really know. Jonor, you know it very much depends on the soul, on the lich itself, what they're using the life force for. If a lich is burning through loads of magical energy, they're going to be consuming souls at a much higher rate. Theo, specifically good liches, yeah, you have heard of a good lich. No longer around, but it was a lich who helped start the religion of Mors Sacris. And this is very appropriate because it is on an island very, very close to your home island on Nostea. The Tabaxi and Leonin have a religion that's very predominant throughout the southern part of the Shattered Isles, known as Mors Sacris, the Honored Dead, where they follow the god Sulthai, a goddess of undeath, but a lawful good undeath, where they believe that each generation you are reincarnated back into a new body, and your previous body is your property. And so the followers...
Was this Shiva's religion?
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. The followers of that religion are all taught to raise dead, a very specific version of raise dead that allows them to maintain a much tighter control over their body, and be able to raise a body. Now, it's not a zombie that they raise. These bodies are mummified and preserved. They're wrapped in clay to form these like terracotta-like exoskeletons, exobodies, to keep the body inside fresh. But it's not unusual in those parts of the Shattered Isles, and not too far from where you grew up, Theo. There would be satyrs who would follow this religion potentially, who would raise undead, previous vessels, their bodies that were theirs in a past life, apparently. That's what the religion believes anyway. And you know that it was a lich who helped really start that religion. But you've not heard of what happened to her. You know you haven't, that's the rumor, the story, but you've never heard anything after that. You don't really know what happened to her in that moment, after that moment. But yeah, apparently she was the origin of Mors Sacris. Styx, specifically this lich. You remember the confrontation on the bridge where Sergei revealed himself in this monstrous form. You could see his body beginning to decay. You suspect from what you know of liches that he must have only just recently created his phylactery. The first body that he reconstructed was his original body, but that was in the process of decaying and dying. Once a lich has created their phylactery, their original body decomposes and fades away like a corpse, and then regenerates back. And that's normally the pattern of a lich's creation. The first body they create, when they have to kill themselves to do this. The ritual kills them, destroys their original body, and it slowly begins to rot over the next couple of days before finally breaking apart completely, and then they regenerate into this sort of mummified form. That form Sergei took, he must have performed that ritual 24 hours, like less than 24 hours before that showdown at the bridge.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah.
Because that whole situation happened after the world became a demiplane, or before?
The world wasn't a demiplane when you were thrown off the bridge. The sealing away happened after.
Was there a secondary moon in the sky at that point?
No. There was only ever one moon. And there's still only one moon here in Barovia, but it doesn't make any sense for there to be a moon at all. That's the bit the fact that there's any moon is the crazy thing. You're in a demiplane. Why is there an orbiting rock in space above you? What the fuck? Where has that come from? That's not possible.
See where Raph was going with that. Raph was asking if Barovia was part of Nostea.
No, Barovia was not part of Nostea.
Okay.
Good question. Look, as much as I would love to incorporate it, I think it would be a bit presumptuous of me to claim Barovia as part of the homebrew world. It is its own thing. And there's I don't know if you've seen, but there's some really interesting suggestions on where Barovia might have come from originally online around. I think it was after some of the Ravenloft novels. There was some interesting suggestions about where it might have come from, and so I really like those novels. I don't want to change that lore if I can, so I'm not going to. Yeah, some of those novels.
That sounds very similar to how the liches on where I come from work, although the phylacteries and spirit jars are the two things that they apparently use, and the creation of a lich is a large number of souls, but we know that he is already one, so is that moon just his food source?
It is a coalescence of souls drawn from the mists. It is like a funnel, is the best way to think of it. The mists are made up from the bodies of the souls of those who have died here. That moon is the the condensing of them into a single point that he can then reach and feed from. To keep them separate, hidden from Strahd, probably. And
It is finite.
Well, it is as long as no new souls come through the mists, but as you can see by yourselves, more people are brought in all the time. It is often something that, when I was in my maddened state, I tried to understand what happened to souls here in Barovia, where they go, how they are recycled.
And we might have the book exactly for this topic. I believe this is yours, Victor. I pull out the spheres or the astral space and give it back to him.
His eyes go wide as he takes it. Yeah.
I genuinely did come to the mountain for a wish of building relationship and trade, and you to understand this, the magic needed here, and for us to collect the components needed. I think there's less convincing required now.
No, I understand that, and I'm very sorry for... Look, I was cross with you for some time after I first was sent back. I can't lie, I was furious.
Probably would be too, honestly.
I was just trying to help. But as I look back and think, my spell was never going to work. It was flawed from the start. If you hadn't stopped me with the counterspell, I might have disintegrated my father and my mother.
Well, you have the chance to meet your mother again. So look where you are now. All have come to the right path.
What I said before, I know I was speaking through the madness, but what I said before about having seen you time and time again, I've done this before. Never this, where I am lucid and my mind is returned to me, but I have... The spell that you interrupted sent me back in time. I've cast it many, many times, trying to go back and stop that event from happening. I've seen you, all of you, many, many times come through. And you die to him. Strahd or Sergei. It's all fuzzy, but what I can remember, when you die, after or sometime around then, I try and go back and change things while they're distracted killing you. I know this is not what you want to hear, and I'm very sorry, but you need to know this. But this is different. Now, I think things are different this time. I think...
We're trying to puzzle out how this plane is... Why there's a moon? How we're separated from the rest of the...
It's not a moon. It's a collection of energy drawn from souls. It's not the souls themselves. It's the energy of them. The abbot's part right. I've studied this. Even though I was mad, I think part of me was still conscious in there. Trying to find a way out, trying to break free. The reason we can't leave. It's the dark powers. They keep this place locked. And that collection of energy, they're allowing that to be there. They're keeping that there for Sergei. Because while Sergei feeds on that, he makes his life and Strahd's life a misery. That's what the dark powers want. They want the suffering that those two create for themselves and for the people here. They feed on it.
What are they?
I mean, kind of like gods in a way, kind of like devils in another. Think of them as malicious creatures. They only care about one thing: suffering, and creating as much of it as they can. But it's weird. The people who cause the most suffering, they empower them, but they make them suffer as well. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. The people who cause the most suffering.
Spiral.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Are the brothers a red herring? Should we be fighting something else?
We can't fight the dark powers. I'm a lot older than I look. My magic, I've learned a lot, practiced a lot. I look this way because of magic I cast to youthen myself, and the weave now kind of sustains me in a way, but I've done this many, many times, and I would not dare face the dark powers. I have magic. I can freeze time for short periods if I need to with my magic, and I am terrified of the dark powers. The brothers are not a red herring. If you can kill one of them or both of them, I think the hold over Barovia would cease, would break apart, and any who wanted to could leave. In fact, there is a chance if we can kill both of them and break this cycle forever, and break whatever agreement they have with the dark powers, whatever hold they have over them, we could return this place to where it originally was. We could get back.
Is this a suspicion?
Suspicion. This is a hypothesis. I have not yet been able to test this. But
there is a way for us to know a little bit more about this, and if you sit down with me, we could perhaps explore some of the things of legendary significance. I've recently learned how to dive into the most important things that have happened or did happen, and understanding this, is it a contract they form?
It is not dissimilar.
It is 10 minutes.
You are onto something. It is somewhat like a warlock contract, the ones that they form. It is like a like a pact. They get power from the dark powers. In this case, immortality in the form of a vampire, form of a lich. But the dark powers get even more from them.
Well, when we have a moment here, I'd like to get your contribution on this spell, and we'd learn a little bit more about it.
This
deal they may have struck.
This book that you have brought, this is just what I need to get started on this. You and I let's not waste any time. Let's look at this now. I would rather not remember what I have done while I was mad. I would much rather focus on the future.
What about what you did when you weren't mad?
Do you say that?
In the meantime, Abbott, good to see you.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing well.
Good to see you too, Killian. It is good to see all of you. We have been busy in your absence. We have done much here. It's been a lot of work.
Good. We have a very important job that might keep you busy for a little while that we need you to do.
Okay. Yeah. What is it?
Fully bringing back Grinner is just one thing. We have been dealing with the werewolf situation that's been happening in Barovia, and the werewolves are now...
I killed a bunch of kids.
It's at this point, as you say that, you watch as Arena and Luther have walked up behind, and as you say that, you watch as Arena goes like, puts her hand over her mouth.
It was accidental. She did not know what she was doing.
You don't see her, Tithla. She's come up behind you. She's sort of like...
You're 100% right, Killian. Let's go within the walls. It'll be safer. Let's walk and talk and get within the newly much refurbished walls. But yes, some friends will be rocking up with the corpses of, I think, 6. They'll look like wolves, but we'll need to resurrect them, and I need to fly back and once I've rested and restore one other child.
There is something you should know. We might not be able to resurrect them if their souls have already... That is the problem with this place. Resurrection spells do not work the way they are supposed to here, not all the time. We can certainly try. If there is something that is keeping their souls bound to their bodies, that might be a way to do it. If it has not been too long since they were killed, we might be able to do something like that. But the longer a soul is separated from its body here, the more it is pulled into the mists. It can be very hard.
It's only been a couple of hours.
Okay. I don't know if I have.
By the time they're here, it'll probably be about the day.
I don't know if I have enough supplies to do all. You said 5 or 6? 6 children, 6 kinder.
We have some goods we could sell to contribute.
I think we will need to. This will use up all of my supplies for reincarnation, all of the oils that I have stockpiled here, and even then I am not sure I have enough for all 6. Maybe enough for 4, but that will be it. Like, I will be completely out. If we do Grinna as well, that is maybe Grinna plus 3 of the children. And if the spell for Grinna fails, those oils are still used. They are burned away as
start with the children before we get to Grinna. It is less likely, and it is what he would have wanted, truthfully. It is what he would have wanted.
I have to say, it would be very funny to see what Grinna gets reincarnated as. Because, like, remember, he comes back with a new body and a new race.
A sentient tomato.
I just want to check what's on the table. What are the options? I just want to pull open the new one really, really quickly. Just out of interest, could he come back as a Warforged? Because that'd be pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
Like a Power Rangers moment where Styx and Grinna morph together.
Oh bullshit! Okay, so Aasimar, Dragonborn, Dwarf, Elf, Gnome, Goliath, Halfling, Human, Orc, and Tiefling. Okay, I feel like there's some missing from that list. That doesn't seem like it's exhaustive.
You're exhausting. Got him.
Just don't know how that's relevant. Like, obviously.
Got it.
But, like, I don't know why that's relevant now.
I'm really sorry to sort of go around the houses with who I'm talking to and everything, but something's just hit me like a airship.
Yeah.
Victor?
Yeah.
We're missing one of our companions because you bamfed them out. When they come back, are they going to come back on the mountain trail?
Oh, shit. I'll be right back. As Victor teleports away again. A few moments later, reappearing with Blood, who's sort of like looking around a bit confused as Victor pats him on the back and goes like, so no hard feelings. Yeah, all good? Blood sort of looks a bit dazed and goes like, Blood not really sure what happened. But Blood not hurt. So no hard feelings, spindly wizard man. And he gives him a thorough pat on the back and then walks over to you guys and goes like, man, Blood was sent somewhere really fucked up.
Abbott, I think we have enough gold between us to buy oils for another reincarnation, so that should at least get
5 or 6.
Is there anywhere I can steal some?
Is the children done?
Where you could steal some. I mean, I'm not so sure where these would be kept. The only reason I kept these is because they can be used in a number of high-level spells, and I am ashamed to say, while I was in my state, I chose not to reincarnate a lot of people who probably deserve to be brought back.
That is okay.
But potentially Valaki, I know there is a church there. They perform rites.
So maybe you could... We know the priest there quite well. When they arrive, Jonor will give you the gold. I have some gold on me. That should be enough gold to purchase the children's worth. I will fly to Valaki and see if I can get oils for Grinna.
We're back to purchasing children's worth.
Yeah, the value's gone up quite a lot, actually. I think Jonor was picking it off at like
dividends. The compound interest on children is insane.
The tariffs on children have sent the price through the flipping roof.
Don't give him any ideas. Don't give him any ideas.
It is the standard adventure that is paying for that tariff on children. It is not the child players.
We know that the gods are paying the tariff for that child to be brought back, all right? We know that it's not the adventurers. As you fork over 1,000 gold and slam it down.
We will make Strahd pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about the level of like logic here. Yeah.
Well,
For sure.
If we leave the gold with the abbot, would he be able to buy what he needs to make those oils from Kresk, or would I need to take that money with me?
No,
to
no,
save
you can
Valaki?
leave it with him. You can leave it with him
Alright.
for sure. You guys have got more important
Jonor-
shit to do.
Paul Yogola, I have 170-ish gold on me that I was hoarding for the team.
260.
And you got all the gems too, right?
Yeah, I reach into Jonor's, and pull out the big bag of gems.
You're
with
doing
1,000 in there.
Yeah. That's what I was really
Oh, yeah.
hoping for. That.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
I was keeping them for if we find any more things we need to buy.
I play marbles with them.
Yeah, so I have him.
Playing marbles with them. They're all cracked. They're useless now. It's been playing like
I
conkers
just
with
pour
them.
out my gold. I'm like, all right, I'll be actually, yeah, Theo's going to take some time to have a quick long rest because I need my spell slots back to do this, and then I need to go rest while Jonor works with the mage. When I wake up, I will go Tithla. If you wish, you can come with me, but I'm going to cure Iris, and then I'll go to Valaki to get more oils for Gunnar. Or you can stay here and help with the children arrive.
Is there somewhere else that I can go and get some more oils, or is that it?
I think it's just the church in Valaki is our best bet. You can come with me.
Oils. I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can look at them, and I can help.
Okay, then yes, I will go. I will go rest because I've not slept in like 2 days now.
Okay, I can carry you if you want.
I don't think.
Might get us
Oh
there
yeah.
a little far.
Rich
Theo
form.
just like reclines down into Tithla's spindly little goblin arms and
As you turn into a
she
roach.
can actually support him.
Puts a little roach on her shoulder. Puts you in a little matchbox.
Yeah, I suppose I could go small.
Yeah.
If you can do that, Tithla would then start running.
Like Valaki or to a bed.
To Valaki. Tithla's good. She had a rest.
Valaki's a long way. I can fly us there in like a couple of hours.
Valaki's like a 2-day trip, my friend.
Yeah, you're good.
I understand, but Tithla's in a state. Tithla's determined to get this going. If this is going to save...
It's okay, Tithla. It'll be faster if we just wait for me.
I'm a very fast runner. You know that
I need the rest to get the... You're very fast. You're the fastest runner I know outside of me in bear form or Killian or Grinner or that Axel.
I'm faster than half of those people.
Or Jonor when he needs a rest or wants to run away from some combat.
Or Grinner when he's running for a bed when he was on guard duty.
Or that. Or you when you're running for a tomato to throw at a dear friend.
Okay, well that hurts. This is
or Killian when I have a knife to stab a friend in the back.
Jonor when he's going to try and buy children. Jonor when he's
all the knives are out now.
Jonor when he's trying to counterspell people's spells and then they blow themselves up and get sent back in time.
8 hours and then I'll fly us. Or maybe even ask the mage to just teleport us or some shit. I don't know, but we'll go much faster if we just wait some time. I need to recover my spell slots to heal Iris anyway.
Okay, fine.
Can I just
long rest? Yes.
I need it, but not yet. I would like to stalk up to Irina.
Yes. Irina's sort of looking a bit shocked over towards the side at all of this that's going on. And as you walk over towards her, Styx, she's the spitting image of Tatiana. You're surprised you didn't see it before. It's not that she looks identical to Tatiana. It's a lot of it in the body language. Her hair's a lot darker than Tatiana's. You can see that it's a lot longer than Tatiana's was. Tatiana was a warrior as well. She kept her hair quite short so it couldn't be pulled upon and dragged. She had a large scar down along her neck where she'd been cut. Like Tatiana wasn't a noble woman or she was a fighter. She was wielding you in battle. Irina has lived a very different life to Tatiana, but now that you know, now that you've seen Tatiana's face, now that you remember her fully, Irina it's a twin. You can see her there, much less muscular, a bit more slender, a bit more lithe, but she is Irina. Maybe 5 or 6 years younger than you last saw Tatiana. she's identical to her, and it's really freaking you out a little bit, I'd say.
I'm gonna go straight up to her, and giant glowing purple goat eye and teeth, just really close.
Hello, Styx. How have you been? Are you okay? You don't look too injured or damaged. Are you well?
I would like to just look down and take both of her hands. Tatiana.
No, Irina.
Do you know me?
Yes. The others found you here. Maybe 5 or 6 nights ago. You are Styx, yes?
Do you know me?
Is that not your name, Styx? Solus. I'm so sorry I didn't know your name properly. Solus. It's... Apologies. It is nice to meet you properly, Solus.
I think Styx staggers back as if he's been struck and leaves.
Solus, are you... She's going to actually run after you. Are you well? What's wrong? She rushes up and places a hand on your shoulder. What's wrong? Are you okay?
You... Irina...
Yes.
You look like somebody I lost.
Yes.
Somebody I killed.
Somebody that I used to know.
Can we not have one emotionally charged moment, Jacob? Not one?
Nah.
Okay, cool. I'm lucky I checked. It's good to know. Didn't have to cut me up. You just cut straight down the middle. Yeah.
Sorry, Owen, this is a horror campaign? Okay.
Yeah, I'll try and keep it together. Yeah, sorry. She sort of like stands there. You see, she looks a bit confused for a moment, and then realization seems to dawn on her face. Sticks. She nods. She goes, "Yeah, I think I look like someone from the past. Someone you knew? Maybe she was my great-great-great-grandmother or something. I'm not sure, but she seems to... Tatiana was her name, yeah?
Yes, Tatiana was your name.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm just her descendant.
No, this is different. Your soul. I just one finger touch her chest. It is. You are Tatiana.
Styx, could you please make me a persuasion check?
Can I add to that? I'm assuming I've ridden far enough to either be near the keep that suddenly appeared or near a wall of some variety. I might be stretching this a bit, but using my big old glowy eyeball, can I kind of use that like a projector screen and project like some sort of an image, even if it's like a purple, hazy, fuzzy thing of what I see inside?
Do you have the spell Minor Illusion by any chance?
No, I haven't got shit.
Okay, that's okay. Irina does have some magic that she can use, and one of the spells that she can cast is Detect Thoughts. So I will say that in this moment, that is the expression of that is you projecting this on, but what she's doing is kind of like, as you go, like, I need to show you something. And you like gesture to your head and like tap it. She sort of gets the hint. She'll cast Detect Thoughts. But that's the mechanical reason. What you see is as you turn towards the wall and begin projecting. Yeah, what do you show?
Well, Styx facing her with their back to the wall literally just spins his head 180 and projector screens onto the wall the death scene of the brothers on the bridge and the need to jump.
Is that something you'd even told us yet?
No, not really. I think he shared a little bit of it, but not everything. As this happens, you watch as Irina watches. Her eyes sort of go wide as she hears this happen, and then as your bodies fall down into the dark abyss, Strahd and Sergei rushing towards, but unable to keep up, as the light drops like a star falling down into the deep ocean and vanishes. As the memory fades, you watch as Irina looks up to you with tears in her eyes, pulls you close into a big hug.
Tatiana.
I know you must miss her. I'm so sorry, Styx. That looked awful. Solus, sorry. That looked awful. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Can you make me a persuasion check with advantage, please?
I can do that.
I think we might have found our cliffhanger to end on.
There it is.
12's an okay start. Natural 1's not so great. We'll take the 12. You watch as she sort of pulls back and looks up in your eye. She sort of pauses for a moment as if she's considering something and then kind of shakes her head a little bit. Sorry, Sorry, Solus. I felt weird for a moment, dizzy. Do you mind if I go have a lie down? I'm so sorry. What happened? It's not your fault. It's Strahd and Sergei, yeah?
I don't think Styx would say anything, just big glowing purple goat eye just staring at her at this point.
She pats you on the shoulder and begins to walk off. Alrighty, so that we know what's happening next episode. Jonor and Victor, or Victim, as you referred to him for a very, very long time, are going to go off and study the book on planar travel on the astral spheres.
That and
Yep.
legend lore. So dark forces, dark powers.
Nice.
The combination of learn about them and then channel the directly.
We're definitely going to do that one next session. Tithla and Theo are off to go have a rest. Killian's off to go have a rest. Axel?
Yeah, I could have a rest.
Okay. Axel, what would you like to do?
I'll stay on watch.
Stay on watch. This is your first time around the Abbey, so I'll give you a really solid description next time we come in. You and Blood, I might even have you guys do a bit of an explore. There's a lot here for you as an old soldier and as a guard. The monastery's in the process of being converted into I guess like a fortified outpost, Axel. And while most of its outer buildings are in ruin, the central chapel is in really good nick. And you can see these human-animal hybrids, misshapen, uneven, mixes between random animal traits grafted onto human bodies called mongrel folk, seem to be the predominant denizens of this place. And they're working hard to try and turn this into a fortifiable location, but they don't have the experience or the wisdom that you have. If you wanted to, while you're keeping watch, if you wanted to spend a bit of time working with them to build up a fortified position, we'll have you do that, because that's something it's really only something you can do with your history.
Sounds good.
Sweet as.
Can I go with them to show them around?
100%. Yeah, you can go with Blood and Axel for sure. Tithla. Rest time? No, you don't need a rest. What are you going to do?
Tithla would probably go with Theo to
Come cuddle.
quote unquote go for a rest.
Yeah.
But she would sort of just be sitting there waiting for him to wake up.
If Luther came in
Hurry
to have
up.
a bit of a chat with you, see how you're doing, would you chat with Luther? Time to fuck off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You never know if Luther could secretly be Strahd. We've been gone for so long.
May not be a secret.
Hey there, Tithla. I just wanted to let you know that it was pretty rude what you said to me when I visited you in the werewolf cave, and frankly, I'm disappointed. What's wrong?
Awesome. I think that's all we will do for tonight. We'll come back in next session to see how this all goes. Very nicely done, you lot, getting Victor on
Thank you.
side. That was a
Good suggestion.
very judicious use of Counterspell to traumatize him even more than you. So every time you counterspelled him, he was making a sanity check. So every single time you guys did, I was rolling a sanity check for him. He did not pass any of his sanity checks on the counterspells, which means that every time he failed one, he goes down a level, which makes it harder to achieve and harder to achieve. Obviously, because he's already insane, he starts with a pretty low baseline. The bit where he dropped into the fetal position, you actually reduced his sanity stat to 0. Which is why he then went into the fetal position,
stopping him.
So that's what happened, and that's why he essentially like became prone and unresponsive because with the final counterspell, you guys pretty much had him down to 0 sanity, and then it was too funny not to have the silence be kind of perceived as like another counterspell because he now can't cast spells anymore. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty fun. That was very nicely done.
Question for you.
Yeah.
With Victor showing off that he can do this construction thing, have we just unlocked bastions?
He just cast Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Okay.
He has access to a whole bunch of really cool spells. He's got Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound, Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, Mind Blank. He also has Time Stop as well.
That
could be handy. That could come in handy.
This guy could be handy. Handy to scrap.
That could come in handy, and also could have been really bad to fight.
Audience, yeah.
It's a shame he didn't get to go up to the very top because I had his cave. He'd cast Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, or in this case, I guess Victor's Vile. What's another
Shitty
V?
cave.
I need
Villa.
Vile Villa. Victor's Vile Villa, and it was like this really shit cave. I had a little thing for it if you guys went up there to the top of the mountain. But announcing yourselves on a little stone pillar was pretty inspired. That was incredible. Did not see that coming. No, that was very, very nicely handled. You guys did a great job locking him down with suggestion and counterspell. That was very, very nice. And getting him straight to the abbot, really well done. Because he was dropped to 0 sanity, it meant that the Greater Restoration, it had to be cast over more than 6 seconds, which is why it took a few extra turns. Axel, grappling him while he's in a zone of Tithla's silence. I mean, really, there's not much he can do in that instance. At that point, he's kind of stuck, which is very, very funny. Like, even his get out of jail free card, he can't cast without the verbal component. So, very nicely done. Awesome sauce.
Which was what? Sorry?
The verbal component. Well, which spell to get out of it? Oh, sorry, not the one that you saw him cast. The one that you saw him cast was an attempt at him to cast like a scrying spell, which is useless. It doesn't help him at all. Misty Step is the only one that really would have got him out of that situation. And to be, that's still verbal. You still need verbal for Misty Step. So like,
what a shame.
What a shame. No, really, really nicely done.
He also could have done the old teleport into the middle of the sky trick and then shield himself on a rifle.
No, not while he's under the suggestion of Jonor's. Oh, yes. Once you guys started laying on it. But again, at that point, he dropped down to 0 sanity. He was essentially incapacitated because of your continued use of counterspell. Like it was, I know that wasn't intentional and you didn't know you were doing that, but by continually counterspelling him, like that's one of the reasons why he didn't counterspell Tithla's silence. Because at this point, he was essentially incapacitated. Yeah, like
Tithla's immune to counterspell. Yeah,
I mean, you say we don't know what we're doing, but there was definitely an element of bullying for.
It was 100%. Yeah, it was actually quite brutal to see. Yeah, it's definitely some of you have changed your alignments. No, I'm kidding. Now that was really nicely done, guys. Very well done. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We are going to go and raid another channel. For those of you watching us on Twitch, don't go anywhere. I'll get that loaded up now. Let's go and raid. Have you got RollTogether RPG streaming tonight, Josh?
We have indeed. We're on break at the moment, but yes, we are streaming.
Let's jump into there. Nothing But Mist Adventures. In fact, that seems very appropriate to be jumping into a Nothing But Mist. That's
it is Curse of Strahd.
Okay.
Adjacent.
Perfect.
It's like a roguelike version of Curse of Strahd. They keep dying and then having to try and beat Strahd and things.
Nice.
I like that. That's fun. That's very fun. Let's bring that across.
Like what Victor was stuck doing.
Kind of what Victor was stuck doing again and again and again. Yeah, 100%. Awesome. I'll bring that across. For those of you watching on YouTube and listening to the podcast, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube. And if you leave a comment, that is an additional use of Counterspell that they can use to bully and traumatize Victor even further. Once again, his nickname of The Victim continues to be exceptionally appropriate. And I will make a homebrewed version of Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, Victor's Vile Villa. Have that as a special spell, which, Jonor, if you want to add to your spell book, I don't see any reason why not. That's pretty funny. So you make
Just
like
a
it's like,
save.
yeah, it's just
it does
like
all the same things. It's just really, really shit while you're in there instead of being nice.
it's going to be like the medium place. If you guys ever seen The Good Place, like the medium place, it's going to be like that. It's like everything's just very medium. It's just mediocre. Be very funny. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I will play the outro. We will see you all again next time. Avatar tomorrow night. Return of the Giants on Wednesday night. We will see you guys all for those. Until then, stay safe, stay well. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.